Hi, today is Friday, January 22nd, and this is what is happening on the mountain. So, calm before the storm. Currently, we have two daytime and one overnight Caltrans project scheduled for today. There won't be any Caltrans work scheduled over the weekend. I'm sure the crews are going to be getting ready for the impending snowstorms. We are expecting at least four systems over the next 7 days. Really hard to predict exactly when they're going to hit and how much snow we're going to get, depending on the source. We're going to get anywhere from a few inches to several feet of snow. So be prepared for a worst case scenario. They're talking maybe 40 inches at resort level over the next 7 days, and certainly the lower you get, the smaller, the less accumulation. But the snow level is supposed to drop down to about 2,500 feet, so we are most likely going to get something, just kind of up in the air as to exactly which weather report you trust to determine how much we're actually going to get. But we will definitely keep you updated. So for right now, we have a wind advisory that's going on through tonight, with a winter weather advisory, which I think just turned into a winter weather watch this morning, and that's going through this evening, and we'll see that turn into an advisory or a watch throughout the entire forecast time period, which is going to be the next 7 weeks. I mean, sorry, the next 7 days. So because of that, we'll have low fire risk today. It's going to turn to little or no risk for the next 7 days, especially during the course of the storm. Hopefully, we do get enough snow, however, that we will see an end to our fire season for the winter. There were 4 crimes reported on the mountain in the past 48 hours, 2 scheduled Edison maintenance outages, only affecting 17 customers, and that power should be restored here real soon. And lastly, 32 COVID cases reported yesterday. Didn't get the numbers in time for today, but I'll update a post later. So we're somewhere around 300 active cases on the mountaintop. So let's go into greater details if you have some time to stick around, starting with our traffic map. No major incidents going on right now. We can definitely expect to see an influx of traffic this evening and over the weekend as people come up to enjoy the mountains. Right now, there are just two Caltrans projects. Actually, this one project here on Golden Rule and 173 is actually ended. So right now, the only ongoing project is over here on 189 in the Twin Peaks area between Lake Gregory and Sugar Cone. We have some utility work and then the ongoing overnight work on the interchange from the 330 to the 210. As they widen the 210, you may be down a lane at times. Again, be prepared for winter travel on the mountains. The fog is already moving in, so visibility is limited going across the rim in some areas. I drove down a little while ago. It was getting foggy, um, and of course, especially where the fog hits the trees over the highway, the road is getting wet. So please use caution while driving. Be prepared for additional traffic this evening and over the weekend with winter visitors, and also be prepared for chain control. And we'll definitely keep you update throughout the storms where that chain control is and what the road conditions are looking like. But if you don't have your chains in your car, even you four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive vehicles, make sure you put them in your vehicle. So we're going to start about a 30% chance of rain at lower elevations today. Should be snow at higher elevations. 6,000 feet is about the cutoff right now. That will increase to 50% chance overnight. And as the temperatures drop, it's more likely to become snow. And then we will have snow off and on, 80% chance tomorrow, 70 to 80%, depending on where you're at. It's tapering off Saturday night, a brief break Sunday morning before a next system moves in a Sunday afternoon. And then that really starts 5 or 6 days of consecutive snowfalls. The later we get, the more likely we're going to get snow. The later we are in the week, the more snow we are expected to have. So the first couple of storms are only supposed to be producing a couple of inches of snow, but we may get a foot or more in each of the two storms that are coming later in the week. Again, still a little up in the air on the timing, a little up in the air the actual snowfall. So we will definitely keep you updated. We have lots of hazardous weather in the region this upcoming week, from fog to snow to maybe even some strong winds, but no fire weather, which is really good. Some local flooding even possible if you're going down the hill. And so mountain travel will likely be treacherous for the next 7 days or so. So if you don't need to be out on the road, give the plows room to keep the roads open. Give emergency vehicles plenty of space to respond to emergencies. No fires to report. No major incidents going on in the mountain right now. We're not expecting any new fire starts or spread for at least the next 7 days due to the impending storm. Forest floor is still, until we get that snow on the ground, the forest floor is still under a very high fire danger for fire starts and fire spreads, but we expect to see this go down real soon. And for the foreseeable future, we are at a regular or average fire risk for the next 4 months or so. There were 4 crimes reported on the mountain over the weekend, one in Cedar Glen, one in Running Springs, one in Big Bear Lake, and one in Big Bear City. If you saw some police activity in your neighborhood in the last couple of days, I'll post this so that you can see what was going on in your community. There's just 2 minor outages reported by Edison today over here in Strawberry Peak and then also over in Crest Park, each only affecting 8 or 9 customers. Power should be restored real soon. Lastly, our COVID-19 updates. We had 32 new cases reported yesterday. I didn't have time to update today's stats, but we are seeing a slight downward trend in the total number of cases reported each day, which is really good. But using the state's 4-tier risk system, this is a 7-day average trailing 7 days. So these numbers are from 8 to 14 days ago. You can see that we're still under widespread of community risk in most communities, except for Arrow Bear and Cedar Glen, which is still minimal. So you can see our total cases from the very beginning, almost a year ago, in each of your communities. Total cases were reported yesterday. Total number of deaths reported year to date or event to date, almost the last 12 months, close to 11 months. And we break that down by community and region. So Bear Valley, about 4.5% of total full-time residents in the Bear Valley have tested positive for COVID, and since this started, and based on the state's 4-tier risk system, we are at a widespread risk. Same for the rim communities, about 4.75% of the total population tested positive, also under widespread. But we are at on a daily count, and you can use this for comparison purposes. Daily, as of yesterday, we were at 64 cases per 100,000 reported. So we had 32 cases reported, but we have 50,000 residents. You divide the 50,000 by the 32 cases, and you get 64. How does that compare to the rest of the county? We're faring better. The county is 83 cases per 100,000, not as good as the rest of the state, which is 53, and about the same as the rest of the country at 57. These numbers change every day, so you can see our total number of cases here. So that's all that I have for you today. We will definitely keep you updated with weather and traffic and incidents going on over this potentially stormy weekend, and absolutely next week where almost every day has a chance of snow. We have a new website that has all of our social media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So if you'd like to go there, we're still working out some of the kinks in the system, but we'll be posting articles, safety articles and stuff like that there as well. Of course, email me at scott@scottshotmedia.com. Feel free to text me or follow along on any of our social media channels for late breaking news. You have a wonderful and safe weekend.